What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, you guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 tech I use in order to stay ultra productive. So with that being said, before we get into this video, go ahead and smash the like button if I taught you something new, if you found any of this stuff helpful. In addition to that, also subscribe. We're on the road to 600 subscribers. In addition to that, only around 99 or less than 1% of my viewers watch my videos or subscribe. So it means a lot if you guys want to subscribe. Also, feel free to comment. I respond to all my comments. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so the first piece of technology that I use to stay ultra productive is a standing desk. Honestly, I use a standing desk basically every single day. It's been super helpful. Honestly, for just studying. Staying focused. In addition to that, me personally, when I sit down too much, I don't really like sitting down a lot. If I sit down too much, then my back starts hurting, or I just can't focus, or there's some noise or something going on that helps me not be able to focus. So in addition to that, if I also get tired of standing, because if you only stand, then it kind of causes pain on the lower back. At least I noticed that. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll put my treadmill under my standing desk and I'll actually walk while working at the same time, which has also helped me out a lot. So yeah, first thing to help me be most productive is getting a standing desk. And also, guys, stay till the end, because the last thing is going to be the thing that helped me the most in order to stay the most productive. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into point number 2. All right, so point number 2 is obviously having a comfortable chair. When I first started, working and studying stuff, I really just used like a wooden stool. Obviously, that's just not good. I mean, the wooden stools, they're really not comfortable for sitting on more than maybe like 30 minutes or something like that. So yeah, not recently, but a few years ago, I was actually gifted this chair right here. It's given to me basically for free. So I've been using this. I might upgrade obviously pretty soon, but honestly, this chair has been amazing. I would really recommend a chair where you can like lean back on. In addition to that, just like something with some arm rest where you can lay your arms on and just stuff like that. So just like overall chair that's comfortable, you can sit down in, and it doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, because when you're studying and when you're working, you're going to need to take breaks anyway. So just something that at least you can sit down for a couple hours, and that's honestly helped me a lot. So having a comfortable chair just to be able to focus, sit down, be comfortable while I work is it's been a game changer. So yeah, point number 3 is what helped me be ultra productive is productivity softwares. So with that being said, break this down into 3 main categories of the softwares I use. The first being planning softwares. So that's going to be Google Calendar. I use Google Calendar basically every single day. So I'm not missing out on either special events, appointments, blah, blah, blah. The reason why also I use Google Calendar is because it helps me set like time blocks on like what I should be doing during the day. The reason why it's like this is because usually when I wake up in the morning, like I have like a long-term goals, but it's really helpful to be able to break those goals down into like smaller chunks and what you should be doing every single day. And honestly, a calendar just keeps you accountable and making sure that, hey, you stick to whatever time you're supposed to do. Like for example, on my calendar, I have like a time slot for studying. If I don't have that time slot right there and I wake up and I look at my phone and my calendar and I don't have anything right there, I'm just probably not going to do anything for that day. So it kind of keeps accountability and making sure that you're spending the right amount of time doing what you're supposed to do in order to reach your goals. Okay, so the next software that I use is a note-taking software. And for this, I use Obsidian. Obsidian is nice because it allows you to basically draw photos and whatever you're doing to understand assignments better, doing math problems. Obsidian is really nice because for one, it has a lot of storage. 2, it has a syncing ability, so you can sync it across multiple vaults. And sorry for my Apple Watch like blinking. But you can sync it between multiple devices. Is what I meant to say. So if you have notes on your iPad, then you can find those notes on your Mac or your laptop or whatever. So Obsidian is really helpful for taking notes for classes or just learning new concepts. Okay, and finally, the final category is organizational softwares. So basically, this means like to-do lists and stuff like that. So I use Notion for this, and like I said, use it really just for a to-do list or just to track things like, goals or miscellaneous things like, grocery shopping, whatever, stuff like that. So just random organizational things. So yeah, those are the 3 main softwares that I use basically every single day to keep me ultra productive. Now we're getting into point number 4, and this is honestly one of the most helpful things that I've used is using noise canceling headphones. I'm going to make a video about this in the future. But yeah, noise canceling headphones, especially if you're living in somewhere that's loud, they help a lot. So help you stay focused, stay productive. And honestly, noise is a huge distraction. If it's not quiet around, I promise you, people say that it doesn't matter, but if it's not quiet or if you're not in an environment where you can focus, then it makes a huge difference. So I actually recently just picked up the Sony, if you guys can see these, but these are the Sony XM6s. If you're interested in purchasing those, I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. I'm not going to get any funding for that, just to share with you guys. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, noise canceling headphones are really nice. I actually used to have the Apple Air Max, the Air Maxes, and those are really nice. The noise canceling is really good, and I would say the music on those Apple ones are better than these ones. And I think that's just because of the way Apple has their ecosystem set up. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, these Sony XM5s, while the music isn't as good, I believe the noise canceling on these is better. And the things that makes the reason why these are way better than the Apples, or in my opinion, other headphones, is because they're way more comfortable. If you notice on Apples, they're actually metal. These ones are plastic, so they're a lot more lightweight. So, and usually what I do is I rotate, obviously you have these in, and then I rotate I rotate them with these if I need like more noise cancellation, and if I need to focus a little bit deeper. Okay, and the final point is going to be change of environment. So changing my environment now has honestly just doesn't mean a different place to stay, but also sometimes mean if you really need to focus, you can go to like a local coffee shop or stuff like that. So it just doesn't really mean like your home base, your house. So, but changing your environment has actually been it's been a game changer for me personally. There's actually a study out there, research study done out there by Golden and Badley in 1975. Basically, this study actually concluded that there's something called a context-dependent memory, which basically means that when you learn something, when you're learning and you're staying in the same environment, sometimes you're going to get fatigued and you won't be able to learn concepts as well. That's why if you notice, like if you go to a coffee shop for some reason, you can think better, you can focus for a longer amount of time. So that's the reason why. In addition to that, if you're in a very noisy environment, you're just not going to be able to study, or an environment where there's just a lot of distractions in general, you're not going to be able to focus as well. So, and like I said, I only say this just because if you're someone that needs a lot of focus, if your job or your career doesn't need focus, and this is kind of like overkill, but this is just the stuff that helps me. So I just thought I was going to share it to you guys and see if you guys might find it helpful or not, right? So, all right. With that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys want to see a sequel to this video, the 3 productivity, things that are actually holding back your productivity, basically the opposite of this video, get this video up to 3 likes. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you guys, like I said, if you made it this far, drop a like. And if you want to share anything or have any comments, comment down in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments. And now with that being said, I appreciate you guys for watching. Also, subscribe. Appreciate you guys getting this far. And until next time.